Welcome to Breaking Ice and Building Bridges from Possibilities. I'm Kelly Johnson.
And I'm Byron Jackson. Glad you're here.
Connecting a community through conversation.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Ice, Building Bridges. I'm Santiago Ramones. Across from me is
Pat Grizzard.
Thank you so much for being here, Pat. You've been involved in Possibilities for a long time. How did you first get connected with Possibilities?
Actually, it was a long time ago. It was at a senior citizen place right off of Portland, and they were guests there, and I got intrigued. So I went to one of their programs, and at that time they were right off of 23rd in a housing section. And if I'm not mistaken, they were right behind another program. I can't remember the facility, but I was really intrigued. And they worked with families, and at that time I made lasting friendships. And I've always just been intrigued with Possibilities, because to me they are the real deal. And they work in the communities. They just don't talk, but they act behind they talk. And I've seen how they've made differences in different places. I've seen them move from place to place, and we had different activities outside. They worked with the children when they were there at the time, and they just thought about the whole family. And they just walked the walk that they talked, and I was very intrigued by Possibilities. And my friends, my family know about Possibilities, and I brought other people in because I was very impressed with the move of Possibilities.
Mm. So you saw what Possibilities was doing. You were impressed. You wanted to get connected with them, and you really valued what Possibilities was doing. So what is it about you and the things that you care about that really made you want to connect with Possibilities?
Well, as I said before, I liked what they were doing, especially in neighborhoods, because they visited at that time with my family in North Highlands. They visited North Highland. They visited North Highland School. They were instrumental. At that time, I was active in my neighborhood association, and they came and visited there. So I always tell people that they help make leaders better leaders. Mm-hmm. They help, the word Possibilities, they let you see what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. And they do brainstorming, and they help you accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. And that's why I'm always telling others about Possibilities.
Mm. So tell me about what community means to you. So you said you're active in neighborhood associations. I know you're active in your church as well. So tell me about how you connect with community.
Well, I connect with community, like you said, in my church. I taught Sunday school from children to adults, and right now I'm in a book club, and we also do traveling on bus trips, and just connecting with people, mankind. And that's what I like to do, is connect with others, younger, older, teenagers. We all need that encouragement. That's one thing that I like to do, is to encourage others, and especially with younger people. Give them hope, because I've been there.
Mm. Yeah. I feel like maybe there's a lot of disconnect in our world these days, and maybe a lot of also generational disconnect. And so I appreciate that you want to bridge these gaps between young and old. And tell me something that you've learned in being part of community among different age ranges that has been really important in understanding our differences between generations.
At one time, everything has a season. At one time, I would go to the nursing home and visit patients there, spreading the good news with them, because everybody needs hope. And even when you get older, sometimes, I'm older now, sometimes you feel neglected. And you want people to know that they care about you. So that's one thing that I have done. And there's another ministry that gives, that encourages what they call the outside neighbors, that's the homeless. And I've been a part of that situation. Everybody needs hope, whether they're homeless, whether they're elderly, just letting people know that you care about them. If it's whether it's a smile, saying good morning. Everybody needs encouragement. Everybody needs to know that they are valued.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about a time that you were feeling a bit hopeless and that someone came to you and gave you hope.
Well, this was one time after my husband had passed. My used to be neighbor, I believe God sent her around, and that time she gave me hope through words of encouragement. Mm. I wasn't expecting her, but God knew that I needed that encouragement from her.
Tell me a little bit more about the role that your faith has played in connecting with community.
I'll use an example on yesterday. A good friend of mine, she normally teaches at Sunday school, and she asked me to do it as well. And I was just overwhelmed. The Sunday school class, I don't know, I'll say 15, 16, 18 people. And we all just enjoyed, the Spirit of the Lord was there, and we all laughed, we talked and shared. And it was just a good sharing, it was just good sharing in the Lord. And I thank the Lord for it. It wasn't about me, but it was about Him through me.
Now you're starting to get involved. You actually already have a podcast with us at Possibilities. And so you're beginning your work on your next podcast with us. So first to start, tell us about the podcast that you have with us already.
Okay, this was an album that I made, The Legacy of Love. And I wanted to share that with my family, my friends, and even thinking about the loved ones that have gone on before us. And I just wanted to share that through the songs that the Holy Spirit had given me to let others know about the goodness of God and my faith, and letting them know that God will never leave you nor forsake you, and hoping that those songs had resonated within their spirits.
And I do want to ask, as a musician myself, and how long have you been doing music, and how has music played a role in your life?
Well, actually, even as a child, I loved to sing. And as I grew older, and my oldest brother was instrumental in helping me because he was a musician. He sang with a particular group, and he was instrumental in helping me get that particular CD accomplished.
But I mean, so you've been singing your whole life. Tell me about maybe some of the journeys that you've been able to go on through music.
I used to sing in choirs. I was asked to sing at some funerals, and I love to sing. Anybody that knows me, my children tease me all the time. Okay, Mama, what song did you sing? And anybody that knows me, I love to sing.
Yeah.
That's a gift that God gave me.
Mm-hmm. All right, so tell me a little bit more about the podcast that you're working on, that you're thinking about starting.
It just came to me. It's called Navigating Widowhood. It's not easy for me. It has not been easy. Because as a woman, you're somebody's mom, sister, someone's wife. And then after the death of my husband, then I kind of said, now what?
Mm.
And I need to know, how do I navigate now?
Mhm.
So I'm interested in sharing that with other widows, be it younger, older, however that may look to them.
Mhm. I mean, that's a difficult and eye-opening journey to go through. What got you through the grief and the processing of that enough to the point where you wanted to talk about it and not just, sit privately with it, but like actually reach out and talk to other people about it?
There's been, which I'm going to share the first part, the process I went through and still going through, because it's, life is a journey and widowhood is a journey. And I'm going to share that. And prayerfully, I have a niece that's much younger, share different. Hopefully she will want to come on and share her journey, because it's a journey for each of us. And each of us deal just like grief. Each of us deal with it in our own way, and how it affects us.
Mm-hmm. But it is one thing to navigate it yourself, but then something else is driving you to then go, I want to talk to other people about that. What is that?
I just want to, like I said, the word encouragement. Let others know that they are valued. I want someone else to tell their story, because their story matters. And prayerfully, someone else will let, somebody does care,
And I'm glad that you're going to be providing other people with a platform to tell their story, and for you to tell your story, and hopefully others will be helped by your ability to navigate it, but then each other's ability to navigate it together, and building community in that way too. Yeah. Is there something that you're looking forward to about starting this podcast?
That it will help encourage, strengthen, and engage others that listen to it, and perhaps share it with others.
Yeah. Pat, thank you so much for doing this podcast with me. It's been an honor to have you, and I very much look forward to hearing your podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Connecting a community through conversation.
Breaking Ice, Building Bridges is the Possibilities community podcast platform. Thanks for tuning in.